are now in the presence of a king.
I love that intro. I love it so much. And they hate on us every time we play it because I have to say, yes, we bought that music to play here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cosmic Turtle Blurds. We have Miss Zoe from Blurred Otaku joining us tonight. You know, Marky Mark and Commander Xena as we do our Blurred thing. The Paladin might be joining us as soon as he gets home. But we couldn't wait anymore. We wanted to jump into this because we have our special guest with us. She runs her own podcast. She'll be with us next week as we do Blurred Otaku, Miss Zoe.
Yes.
So, as we opened up our Facebooks, or I don't know if you had your little news app open, something popped up that kind of made me go, damn, okay, all right, I see you. And I don't know. I know people were kind of like, "Well, what's this? Why are we doing this? What's going on? What? Banning do-rags and hair bonnets? Why? Why are we doing this?" Let me just start by saying, stop it. When did this become the norm of society where we're just walking around in our bonnets and do-rags? It's just me, but again, I was at the emergency room, and I got so much hate for this comment. Everybody, apparently Norfolk General is a trauma center, emergency trauma center, so it's always packed. Due to CAG's foot injury, they told us to go there, which I don't know why we had to go there. People said they had been there since 10 o'clock that morning, but they were in Cookie Monster pajama bottoms, Crocs, all kinds of other colorful characters in bonnets and in do-rags. Now, you can say, well, they were sick, and, you know, when I'm sick, I go as I am. I get that. These people had been there since 11 o'clock that afternoon. It was going on 8:30, 9 o'clock before we even got seen.
Oh my gosh.
So this is how they dress normally. This is my problem with that. And at a higher institution of learning, when does this craziness stop that we stop dressing like we're going to Walmart? Which reminds me, as I'm on this tangent, I don't see that at Target. Only at Walmart do I see y'all in y'all pajama bottoms and your bonnets. Women, what? Sometimes I'm ashamed and in awe at the audacity, at the I just don't give a fuck attitude that black people have sometimes.
I don't know about that.
Come on now. Are you seriously going to Target? I mean, at Walmart in your bonnet and your pajama bottoms, and you walking around thinking you cute? Is that what you're telling me, Miss Zoe?
No, what I'm trying to say is, like, for instance, when you go to church, it says, come as you are. So how come I can't go to Walmart and come as I am? Why can't I go to a doctor's point and come as I am? I could do that at church. They accept you. So why going to a store is a problem?
Well,
Okay,
black
this is the problem.
churches,
This is the problem.
have
Yeah,
learned
black.
that in a black church. You know, at Granny's church, you know, you had that lady that had that fancy big hat on.
Yeah, but it still
You
said come
know,
as you are.
you know, so she was
Come as you are doesn't mean be lazy and just come in
That's
pajamas.
not
Yeah.
Come on
lazy.
now.
No, it's
Okay, and it depends.
society.
I'll
That's
say it this way: it depends on the store that you shop at. Because I've been in Rainbow and saw a woman come in there with, she was wearing a one piece that I had to go back in the store and show everybody what she was wearing. So, you know, it definitely depends on the type of store that you're going into, what
Mhm.
people are wearing. Rainbow, yeah, they come as they are. They're gonna wear a one piece pajama set into the store to shop.
No.
Like Walmart. Come on, I watched a woman go in there and look at clothes wearing her pajamas. You know,
Okay. What is
I
that? What's
just
the
to me
problem?
That's
that's
why
just
she's looking for
tacky.
clothes.
And if that's and
she
see,
drove
to
there.
me, it's like somebody didn't raise you a little bit right.
Yeah.
They just let you do as you wanted to do,
You can
and
go
just
to
come
church
on.
like that.
Okay, but this
I
reason, and I
look.
can
Let me tell you
understand
something.
why Tuskegee did this, because they're trying to make leaders, and wearing a do rag is not creating a leader for the future. You
No, but
know
wearing a
that you
MAGA
Anybody
hat
already
for that
is.
matter.
know, but you already know that you're a second class citizen, being a black person. You already are considered a second class citizen, and the
Yes.
way you dress is the way that people perceive you to be. Wearing a do rag does not look like a professional. It looks like you're selling drugs,
No,
and
it does
that's what
not.
they. It does always, and that's what white people see when they see a do rag, gang or drug dealer. That's
They
what
look at us, they think we're a group together
but that's
that
the
kind of
problem.
drug.
And if you, that's why they wanted them to wear shirt and ties and stuff like that, so they perceive to be a different type of
Why
person.
are we being like the white people? I
Because
don't want to
this
act
is what
white.
we have to do to get it. We have to do
No.
that
So you want to
No.
act
to get ahead of the
lazy and
United States.
No.
trifling
No.
with
What I'm
a bonnet on all day long
no.
and some pajama bottoms?
So
What
you
I'm
work
telling
at
Look,
you
it's
now.
about how
you're
you
a person at
dress.
a bank. You're in a financial institute, and
Okay.
you're wearing a bonnet. You think that looks good?
It's
That
just
this
how it
is
is.
somebody, but this is
How is
somebody that
it
you're
how
going to want to
it
do
is?
business with because they came to you in a bonnet.
I would, yeah. If I showed up and your bank people all had bonnets and do rags on, I'm turning around. I'm not putting my money in
I'm
your bank.
thinking maybe there's something wrong with their hair. Maybe they're a little doing it. That's the
There's
way I'm
something wrong with
thinking.
it.
No,
They didn't get
that's
it done.
somebody that I'm not doing business with.
Thank you. I guess it's an older thing.
It is an older thing because
Cause I
for
just
it,
y'all act like y'all just don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah,
I see it constantly, and I'm telling you, every time I'm in Walmart, and then there's usually and there's always two of them together, two young ladies together with their little bonnets and their little pajama bottoms on, and they all whispering and snickering, and I walk by and I look at them, and I actually sometimes I just go, and I keep on walking because that's just fucking ridiculous to me.
yeah.
You, as a woman, as a black woman, should have a little bit more pride in yourself than walking around in a damn bonnet and some pajama bottoms.
but
What
see,
that tells me, hold on, what that tells me is one, either you just don't give a fuck, or two, you don't have enough pride in yourself to get yourself dressed to represent. I was like,
Now look, I'm not gonna wear this out. Now I might wear this around the house.
mhm.
I am not gonna wear this out. This is a shower bonnet, but this is this, okay? However,
No.
I have also worn this to work, in my little, red shirt, where I do think this is a little more professional if I had to wear something on my head over the first thing that I had on.
now now if you got your shit together, what I'm talking about is the PJs with that bonnet on, and that obviously PJs t-shirt, or even God help me, the little mini tee where you're exposing this rift and everything else God gave you,
Why am I
and I'm
dressing to
sitting there
impress
thinking,
you?
why?
Why I'm going to Walmart. Why do I care what you think what I look like?
Okay, well, then by that same token, understand when I see you and I turn up my nose and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong
When
with you? You
somebody talks
understand
about
that
you
I
too.
behind
don't
your back,
care.
when somebody talks about you
Obviously,
behind
you
your
don't
back,
because you're dressed that way when you came to Walmart. But
yeah.
No,
it's
Right.
funny
it's fine.
when you
Facts.
dress that way, you
I don't
don't
need
do
to
that at
dress
Target.
for you.
At
I'm
Uh-huh.
Target,
dressing for
they don't do that.
myself
Why they don't
Yeah.
do it at Target?
Yeah.
because they don't.
Well, no, somebody
Look,
cares because they're not doing that
Target
shit at Target, but they're doing it at
is a
Walmart.
little bit above, let's truly face it. Walmart, is kind of down here. It's cheaper. It's like we cruise a lot, and people talk about going on Carnival, what happens on a Carnival party ship versus a Norwegian ship. It's the same thing. However, I do think, how you can dress it up so you don't look, as, I don't know what the word, I don't know why I don't want to say it, but at the same time, we do live in a white person's world, and we do need to dress accordingly. I'm kind of on both sides of the norm,
So
but
you wanted the white people tell you how to dress, and that's what you're doing. That's
we
crazy.
do live in the white
My
world.
thing is this though.
They're
It's
gonna
not. It's
hire
not
me
about
if I
how
don't
somebody's
dress a
teaching you how to
certain
dress.
way. They're not
It's
gonna hire
dressing
me.
appropriately
It
for the
is
Yeah.
appropriate.
situation.
It's how you
So
Or
do it.
you saying it's appropriate to
PJs
go
is
into
not
an interview
appropriate
with a
all
do rag?
goddamn day.
I
I'm
can have
not
a nice
wearing
pair
a
of
suit
pajamas.
interview, but I might
That's
wear it just after
crazy.
I got the
That
job.
is just
So
crazy.
you saying
It's
it's
got to be
okay
a
to
young
wear?
thing,
I
and
should
apparently
go
somebody's done dropped the ball.
when I go for my interview at the bank. I should be like this.
No, because
You
like
know
for
that's what
instance,
you're saying.
when
That's
I
what.
was
Yeah,
at work,
you do
I
have your
work at a
cap on,
professional job, and yeah, I had my bonnet on. I had my African bonnet on. Nobody said nothing to me because I look nice with it.
Joey, did you have your regular work clothes on? Were you in PJs
Yes,
and
I
and
was
a
in my
cross
regular
skirt?
work clothes.
All right then. You know
Yeah.
what bonnet we talking about now. Come on now.
So why
Let's
does it
not
matter what
split
kind of bonnet?
hairs.
So it's okay for me to do like the
Because if
African
you're
bonnet,
wearing this
but I can't do
sleepy
that bonnet.
bonnet with PJs on, but you don't do it at Target, but you do it at Walmart, there's something wrong. If you
Yeah, why would
walking
you not?
around
oh,
all
Let's just
day
say,
in PJs, there's
yeah.
something wrong.
so it's the whole outfit, not which is the problem, not just the bonnet.
It's not just the bonnet. It's
Yeah.
definitely the whole outfit. It's definitely the whole outfit. I've seen women rock some great bonnets with their hair, where it looks all nice and tied in and everything. Uh, the Jamaicans when they do
Yeah.
their locks, they have that long ass bonnet that reaches almost down to the damn floor.
And I think
But
that's
they
But
called
make
their
it.
being
They
confident.
dress,
still and they are look presentable in that
Yeah.
that situation.
it's
But we'll
about your present, how you present yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. You're not presenting yourself at a better standard, and you're perpetuating a stereotype where you're saying, "Well, we shouldn't do what the white man wants us to do, but we
Yeah,
shouldn't do anything that's going to perpetuate us looking sloppy, lazy, and ghetto."
they already look as that way. I mean, like for instance, if you have a bunch of boys, four people together and stuff, you could go inside of a store and get shot in the back and you get away with it just because you're there and they think that you stole something. So at the end of the day, us being black, we're already looked down upon. Why am I gonna sit here and try to change myself and everything and not
It ain't about
my
change. It ain't
clothes that
about
I'm
changing
wearing is the
yourself.
problem? That
It
doesn't
ain't
make
about your clothes that you're wearing because you are less likely to be shot if you're not looking like you're doing something.
A little less than.
that's a
I
lie.
have people come in. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. I work retail. I see it all the time. I'm back in retail. I had four guys come into the store. Three of them come in to block my view while the other one drifts off back and slowly drifts down. I'm black. They were black. Now, am I supposed to think that, oh, he's tying his shoe?
Yeah.
When I got up, he got up immediately and ran to his friends. So what am I supposed to think?
Yeah.
I didn't call the cops. I should have, maybe. Or I should have asked them to leave, but I didn't do any of that. But it's again how you present yourself. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that it's wrong. And I'm not trying to say that everybody is doing something because of our color of our skin. But if you act suspicious and do things suspicious, people are going to notice.
And looks as
I might not have been in the store. It could have been somebody else who could have been triggered by seeing that.
I mean,
But let me tell you this: if they all would have came in with do rags and everything, you know, you hit a type. You hit a type. But for Tuskegee University, why would you want to wear that going into class?
because you're just going to class. They're smart. It's not like you can't be
Tuskegee,
stupid and go to that school.
and that's the
That's all I'm
problem.
saying.
That's
Why
what
does it matter
with
what you
that
do?
school, and you can already see that they are trying to mold leaders at that school, and they know that wearing a do rag is not
you're not gonna get the
conducive.
job.
It's not conducive to being a
They're not
person
going to
that would
wear
be.
that in interviews. They're
No,
going to
no,
class. They're
but
learning.
they want you to make sure that you start from day one, knowing what you need to dress, how you need to dress, and how you need to present yourself. And do rags is not presenting yourself in the best light. So I
You're going to
understand the
class.
process. I understand the process.
I don't
It,
get it. You're going to class.
It's still a learning experience because they're preparing you. It's still a learning experience. You're treating it as well. You're just giving me the knowledge, and all this doesn't matter. But it does because
yeah.
this is setting you up into that position of where you're going next, how you present yourself, how everyone is talking to you, how everyone is greeting you, how you're sitting in this class learning this information. If you're just there because, well, I'm smart enough, I made it here, now I can just be ghetto and hang
It's not
out
being
and do all
ghetto.
this
It's
other
just
stuff.
clothes.
It is not
It's
just clothes.
literally.
If
Well,
it's
no,
just
I'm just.
clothes, why is the big deal that you cannot wear it?
Why is it a big deal? I'm just saying, white people made
We
it as
just
the
told you the
issue.
reason why.
I know, but they made it the problem that it's bad for us and it makes us look tacky. That's all I'm saying. They did
But it
that.
does make us look tacky.
It does
I just
not
told
make
you it
us
makes
look
us look
tacky.
tacky. I feel it makes us look tacky when I'm in a Walmart.
I
You
don't think
won't do it at a
it's
Target,
tacky.
but you'll do it at a Walmart.
So it
Oh.
makes
Now
you
you're
look
going
like
to a higher institution of learning, and now you still want to do that.
And actually, I think was when certain schools that I went to, every Friday you had to dress for the job you wanted. So
Yeah.
every Friday you had to wear a shirt and tie. You had to wear slacks. So they were preparing you for that future. There is no do rags on Fridays and stuff like that. So if Tuskegee wants to do it every day, that's their prerogative. It's just the way they want to do it. It doesn't. You automatically know you cannot go to work with this on. So why are you wearing it in class?
Because I'm in class and I'm learning.
I
So
still
I'm
think
not going
I
to work
still
today.
think I still think see I still think it's more of a thing where they're not making the connection of this is going to be business, this is going to help you in the long run because the more you do this, the more you kind of fall in line with it. Where now it's kind of, well, again, according to Zoe, I'm just going to class so it doesn't matter. Eventually, it's going to matter because just because you got those high grades, you're not going to be able to do that at this whatever job.
Yeah,
They're
but they're smart
preparing
enough to
you.
know that.
Then why do they
Apparently
have to
not.
wear
If
it?
they keep doing it
Yeah. Then
and
why do
wearing
they
these
have to wear
things,
it in
why aren't
class
they doing
if
it
they know
now?
they're not going to do it in the
But
job?
then I even also now it's making it that because I wear a do bag, also I wear a bond. It's now that's bad and stuff. Why are we doing that? It's not
Why
bad to
is it?
wear.
No, it's not. No one's saying it's bad. All they're saying is you can't wear it when you go to class.
I don't know. I feel like I go to church, come as I am. I should go to school and come as I am.
Not the same.
Yeah,
It
I
is the
don't know.
same. Exact
I've
same.
never been able to wear jeans and a t-shirt to go to church.
People
My
do
mom,
nowadays.
we go
People
to
do
a
they
white
do. Oh,
nowadays.
I know they do, but
yeah,
that's not way.
Yeah, but I
yeah,
know back in the day we
yeah.
had
Back
to
in the
wear
day,
See,
shirt
that's
and
the
tie.
older generation.
but even at the church I go to now, which is a mixed church, I still won't wear jeans. I might wear slacks every once in a while, but I will not go to my church who says it's okay, wear jeans,
That's
wear a
fine.
shirt, because how I was raised. I won't ever wear a pair of
Yeah,
jeans to church, but I kind of have changed a little bit over the years where I wear slacks. But I prefer when we go to church, I don't care how cold it is, I would still wear, a dress. I'm not wearing pantyhose though, but I will wear a
no,
dress
I get
to church.
that. I get that. It's just I have a it was always that thing. Your slacks and your good shirt and your shoes. You go to church, da da da, and then of course it was. I had a debate a long time ago because believe it or not, I am ordained. So it kills me
Who gave
that
Calibus
I
a
am the
license?
way I am. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Look, look. And here's it
Wait,
is. Here
who gave Calibus
you
a
take the
license? Who
course
did that?
online. You take the course online. They send you the stuff. I've been
Ah,
ordained for 2 years now. I
Wow.
am not the one to give you any sermon, but I am the one to marry you at a cosplay. Anyways, I just feel like I would like our people to take a little bit more pride in what we're doing instead of this slack, easy way of just thinking of, well, why should I care what you think? Because the world cares what you think. Because we are the most copied, the most taken from, people on this planet. And if we perpetuate a stereotype that only enforces what they think, nothing will ever change. That's what I'm trying to say. We have to be twice as better, twice as fast, and 3 times as smarter to get half, if that, of what they have. And those are the facts.
Yeah.
Those are the facts. Whether you like it or not, it will always boil down to that fact that if you create your own space, somebody will complain about it. If you do this, somebody's going to complain about it because you wanted it to be this way. If I agree with you on certain issues, as long as it's echoing a certain thing, you're fine with it. But the moment I tell you that's not right because of X, and I hear it all the time. I wasn't a slave. You weren't. My people didn't own people. So let's just get over it. I can't get over all the years of oppression and promises that were never kept. And economically, my people are still back here. I can't get over that. I can't. But I don't let it define me as my person. I tell my kids, the world owes you nothing. Don't look for your 40 acres and a mule because you'll never get it. You have to persevere through your works. And sometimes those works will never be acknowledged. So you have to find your own peace of mind with this world. And not all white people are bad. Not all people are trying to see you fail. But that's not meaning that you keep your eyes and ears closed and walk through the world blind. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, me personally, I have a problem when I see all that. To me, it's like we've given up. We don't do anything. I remember when things were events where we got together, we dressed up, we celebrated. We don't do that anymore until a convention goes around or a movie, and then we're all in dashikis talking about Black Panther.
So this is
You
really
do it for entertainment, but you won't do it to better ourselves through laws and everything else. You were saying, Paladin?
I know. I was just saying this is a very heavy topic.
Mm.
I'm glad to be here. Yeah. Sorry
You
for
got a
being
little
late.
meat.
Yeah. No, we good. We good. I did want to say though, when I was reading that headline, one I was like, the heck did I walk into? Two, uh, now I feel like everybody's upset.
No, we're good. We
No, no,
just
no, no, no. Three, when I saw it was a retired major general, and I was like, oh, well, that also makes sense. I'm military, and Tuskegee is a very prestigious school, and a lot of history behind it. So a military person in charge, that makes sense that they would make that change. Because when I was in high school, right in the '90s, my ROT, now I was in ROTC, but my ROT instructor was a retired master gunnery sergeant, highest enlisted on the Marine Corps, and used to hate the sagging pants and this, that, and the other. Walk around to students who are not in ROTC and yank them up by their pants and give them belts.
Oh my
Oh
God.
wow.
It was trying to set a standard, right? And this was
yeah.
just in high school. So I could imagine, I was like, I could see Master Guns doing this if he was in charge at Tuskegee. Makes sense, right? It's all about era, this, that, and the other perspectives. I get Zoe's point of view, because people, younger people think about that kind of stuff differently in the world. And us, kind of maybe a little, I won't say set in our ways, but, and I don't even like saying more traditional, but we like to do things a certain way, right? Because traditional also sounds inflexible. And for those of us here, I don't think any of us are inflexible. We kind of move and go with the times, but it is what it is, right?
Right?
So yeah, yeah.
Well, look,
What you drinking?
I don't by no discredit. Um, Zoe's generation will carry us a lot farther than we would. They are unapologetic, and a matter of fact, Zoe kind of made me say, "We need this channel. We need to do what we need to do, and we need to stop saying, oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay. So that's why this came about. And I love hearing her point of view, you know, especially as a black woman to in the fandom and heavy into anime. And she does the NecoCon. This is going to be my first NecoCon. And I'm telling you, I'm scared and I'm excited all at the same time. But we need that. We need to hear their opinions on these things because, like Paladin said, who's a little bit older than Zoe, but still in that range of not being where the rest of us are. I'm not gonna say anything, but the rest of us are who are from that last old school brick of no, you got to do it like this. You know what I mean? So I'm very hopeful, and I just want us to have a little bit more pride in how we carry ourselves because the outside world, no matter how much they lie and say they aren't, they're still looking at us. They're waiting for the next big trend. They're waiting for the next big saying. They're waiting for the next dance moves. They're waiting for us to do something next. They're always waiting for us to do it, and then they'll capitalize on it, and then they'll drop it, and then they'll reflip it like the word woke. They'll flip it to make it a bad thing so you won't use it anymore to awaken everyone else.
Okay. Yeah.
So I commend Zoe for sticking to her guns. She always has, she always will.
Yeah.
She's just one of those trailblazers who's got a lot of blazing to go, and I want her to keep sticking to her guns.
But you
Which
know what?
brings
Look,
us. Go ahead.
the fact of the matter is, we wouldn't be where we are today collectively if it weren't for everyone, group of people in every generation saying, "Nah, just
Yeah,
nah."
yeah.
And it looks different every generation. And the same thing is said. Oh, yeah, they don't respect the past. No, no, it's not. They don't respect the past. It's like make it make sense though. Like, aren't we in the future
Yep.
though?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
I
but
think you know. I think
if you don't
nowadays,
learn from the past, you're bound to repeat it. I mean,
right? Yeah,
so that's an
Well, not
issue
now.
as it is when we're going through right now. This is ridiculous with, we're having to reevaluate our situation here let's just say in this country, that this shouldn't be happening in 2026. This was something that was happening like 60 years ago. And now we're reliving that moment again, and we have to fight for our rights again. So, yeah,
Yeah.
you do have to know where you came from, and you have to know what came before you. So I think you definitely need to do that research.
Yeah, I think though, a lot of it though, like she was saying, I think a lot of the young people have gotten to that point where why do I give a fuck what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do me. This is what's making me comfortable. I want to do me. And now it's going on to this big event, and that's over. I can remember when I bought my first.
Who knows, Mike?
It was
Yeah,
a black and red outfit with like this little jean vest. It
okay.
was horrible. Now it was horrible, but back then I thought it was the shit. And I bought some red sneakers with it. And the older guys were looking at me like, what are you doing? What is this? You know what I mean? And I'm like, this is progress, old man. You know what I mean? So I get it. I do
well,
get it.
you wore the Thriller outfit. Was that
No,
it?
no, 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 look, this was worse than a Thriller outfit. This looked like some MC Hammer and Michael Jackson kind of had a baby type deal. I mean,
Oh no.
the little jacket, the puffy pants, and I had the hair with the thing and the blonde up in here. It was out there. Now, if
I
you'd have
have
showed me a
we have to
picture of
find
that,
out.
I would have went, "That's not me. I don't know who that dude is. Move him over there."
We need to find that. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research.
No, no, look, you stay off. Look, that's one thing about being as old as I am. A lot of my shit is not online. You will never be able to find it, except for that one DJ picture of me holding a little Filipino baby in my arms with all that.
Look,
No.
sucks to be you because
Happened.
we live in the future of AI. So yes.
So the next topic was Marvel dropping Spider-Man, which blew up, hit world records bigger than Endgame, is what I understand. But then in the midst of that, Mister Ali Marshall, right?
Yeah.
Mm,
He drops to saying, "Hey, Blade was not going to happen." I'm
Oh,
sitting there in
saw that.
Deadpool. There's only going to be one Blade. I said, "Well, that movie's never coming back out again." You know what I mean? That was already done. But now he says that, and then there's this list, and there's a new. Well, he's not new, but there's this guy now. He's an independent comic creator. The gentleman
Yeah.
got to Comic Con. He's posted on our page now, but he tells you about all these black actors, and I didn't realize that just about every black film or movie or TV show Marvel now has put on the back burner. Captain America is in Doom, but then they bring back Steve Rogers, and he's going to be Nomad. But still, I enjoyed Brave New World, even though they chopped it up.
It was a good movie. It was a real good
I,
movie.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I'm a big Harrison Ford fan to begin with, but Anthony Mackie, um, I enjoy as Captain America. I'm just gonna put that out there. When 4th of July hits, I put on the Captain America hat. I put on the shirt. It's Anthony Mackie though. It's not Steve Rogers because Steve Rogers is no longer Captain America.
true.
It's Anthony Mackie. Um, it is what it is. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but I enjoy his Captain America more. I love the wings. I love the shield. Um, but they were talking about Wonder Man being canceled.
That show sucked anyway.
I've never seen it. It looked bad.
Look.
It
I
was
just
It was
horrible.
bad.
it did. It was horrible. And like, thank you for all the people that were rocking with it and supported it. I was like, brother, you were doomed from the start. First of all, you came out talking shit about Aquaman. I have never seen an actor who shits on his last project and gets a new one get successful.
Yes.
That is the same guy. I was like, where do I know him from?
One guy.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
is Black
how about
Manta.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was Black Manta,
yeah.
and apparently he was upset with the way Black Manta went, and then he started talking shit about it, and he got his own show, and he thought that that was going to go anywhere. Um, Blade, of course, we all know got canceled. No surprise there.
Well, it was just
Uh,
it was a bad script because they weren't making it a Blade movie. They wanted to introduce another character through Blade. And I'm like, well, why don't you just introduce
Blade's daughter.
Yeah, why don't you just
Yeah.
do that and not use Blade at all? You could have had Wesley Snipes at that point because you hired a person that you're not using for the role. That made no sense.
Well, Marvel had a thing at that time. They got all these characters, but they just weren't well written. That's my problem. I would pay to see a decent, especially Captain Marvel, the Black Captain Marvel. I would have loved to really got her story because I remember in Secret Wars, the comic book, when Tony Stark was well, it wasn't Tony Stark. When Iron Man was hitting on her, it was James Rhodes, but she thought it was Tony Stark that was hitting on her. Because they didn't know that Rhodes had taken over as Iron Man. So
Oh,
I
okay.
was like, ooh, I would have loved to seen her have a show. Nothing happens of that, right? So she's put on the back burner. Blade is put back on the black burner. Then, of course, you have Captain America, but we're going to bring in Steve Rogers, and he's going to be Nomad. And I'm like, but everybody's going to want to see him put back on the suit.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You just sidelined this character. Now, what this gentleman was talking about, though, was the fact that we can't get mad at this because we haven't supported these black-led projects.
Yeah.
But it
And I
does-
thought that was kind of interesting. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I
Because
mean, like, I
Go
think
ahead.
they gotta have now. Granted, I haven't watched Wonder Man. It's on my list. I've had a couple of guys at work tell me, "Oh, they loved it," and these were brothers that said they liked it. But I think when it comes to the black projects, like I don't know, give us some like characters we want to see. You know, characters that we're interested in, right? I mean, we got T'Challa, but I know they're trying to figure out what to do with that character, but that's one of those double-edged swords when it comes to live action because people get attached to the person rather than the character, right? In comics, we don't have that problem. Steve Rogers can die and come back, get old and get young, and no one blinks an eye at it, and swippy swappy, and Rhodes is Iron Man one day, and next is Tony, and everyone's like, "Hey, it's a thing, it happened." But as soon as it comes into real life, then you got real life problems associated with the character, and people can't distinguish the two, or at least it's harder for folks to do that. But I think like giving us characters and storylines that one like we always talk about well written, but then also two, like personally, I'm hoping, in my heart of hearts for Blue Marvel, right? Uh, uh, on the DC side, some more Mister Terrific. I really thought he was the star of the Superman movie to me. Um, who else? Who else? Of course, we got Blade. Um, I don't know, and it's not even doesn't have to be deep cuts too, right? Luke Cage, right? I mean, he had a whole show on Netflix and everything like that, but then it
Yeah.
ended. I mean, but there's a whole segment like the street level Avengers and all this, that, and the other, all these different things that could be done with it, But then you have that other problem of you're dealing with live people, right? So there's limitations and people got to get paid and different agendas on the actor side and the studios. We can't act like it's just always the studio's fault, because you have to have a name that's going to push a project. Sure, and I always think, oh, there's got to be other people. Sure, there's other people, but no one knows who these people are. So they
What
did a
is
new
it?
Luke
Wait a minute.
Cage.
Wait, that right there bothers me because we got a new Black Panther and it's another British guy. And
Hmm.
I've always said they keep saying that there are no great American actors, and I keep saying there are plenty. You just don't want to. I don't need a good name to push a project, especially if he's wearing a mask. I don't need a good name.
But
I
that's
need
the
a good
thing. They're
actor.
gonna take that mask off. They're not always gonna keep it on.
Yeah, but look,
But you got
we
this
can
guy
do
that
that.
nobody
But
knows
look,
anyway as the new.
exactly.
So does it matter if he was an American actor or if it was a British actor? My thing, he's supposed to be African, so it didn't really matter. They didn't have to
Yeah.
pick American or British. They could have picked somebody else completely.
They could have picked a They could have picked a African actor, but what I'm saying is you're
Yeah.
telling me that there are no good actors, American actors here. That's my issue. That you
Yeah.
keep saying that there are no American actors. You can get It doesn't have to even be a black actor. It's like a Batman. I would prefer an American Batman because to me, Batman is American.
Yes.
Forgive me.
I prefer
Superman,
an
same
American
thing. Even though Henry
Spider-Man.
Cavill was great, I would still prefer a Christopher Reeve
Yeah, I like a
over.
Spider-Man should be American.
Or
I
James
believe.
Bond is
I
British.
look. They Superman 1. They turned down a couple of British actors because you're not American. They wanted an American Superman. But to me, it's an insult that you keep saying that there are no great American actors and you keep pulling from England when you're not giving people here a shot,
And
is
then
what
they're
I'm
picking
saying.
people that are no names prior to getting these roles. You could do that in America, but you don't do that. You
No.
know?
Hmm.
I mean, I barely even heard of this guy that's going to be the new Black Panther. But the girl that plays Siri, they zoomed in on her facial
All
expressions and
that.
whatnot.
Oh
She's
yeah, I
not
saw
too
that.
happy with him either. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I get it. You know what I mean? I just I just kind of feel like they're not really. There was a guy that said that like they're doing like the slavery stories, but they get a British black actor to play these slaves.
Yeah.
I'm a little offended by that because you telling me there are no black actors could have did that role. Key and Peele did a famous sketch on that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
About the
It's
thugs.
mind boggling that you keep saying that there aren't any good American actors. and then you're shoving like one or two good ones down our face. Like Ryan Gosling now is Ghost Rider. He's in the new Star Wars film. He's this, he's that, and I'm like, I never would have picked him for Ghost Rider. I just don't see the appeal. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I get it that you're banking on some of these people, but I've never heard any of my friends say, "Hey, you want to go peep out that new Ryan Gosling movie? Yeah, man, let's go do that." Ain't none of us said that shit. Ain't none of us said that. I think it's just you. We're losing. We don't have any more action heroes anymore. And
Tom Cruise
I
is
love,
aging
as
out,
much as I
right?
love The Rock. I love The Rock. I do. If he makes one more damn Mulan movie, I mean not Mulan movie, but fucking Moana. Stop. Go back to breaking shit. I'm kind of. Where are the stars again?
They're
We're just.
aging out. That's what
Yeah.
they're all
We
aging
only
out.
have two more.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, I need
like
a
I
young
said,
buck. I need a young buck to
Cruise
come
is
up in here
there.
and do some damage. Oh, look, Paladin took the glasses off. I guess Paladin is that.
No, there's cricket, and I was trying to fix them.
We need something.
I was going to say the last thing I want to talk about before we go is the Children of Blood and
And Bone.
Blood and Bones, the new movie that's going to be coming out. That looks really good. I saw the preview for it Saturday, and it looks like it's going to be a really good movie.
And that's blackness.
Yeah. So
Yes, but was Kathleen Kennedy attached to that?
I don't think so.
I hope not.
She was originally attached to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that could be screwed up, huh?
Yeah. I believe that was like one of her little pet projects that they were trying to sideline. Let's just see if she's attached to it.
Yeah.
Is Kathleen Kennedy attached to the Blood and Bones project? No, she's not. So
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
she's no longer attached to it. It will be great. It
Yeah.
will be something worth watching. Because I'm telling you now, if her name is on it, I'm done. I'm not even entertaining any ideas anymore. I'm just not. It's not a thing for me. If I see Kathleen Kennedy, she was at the Eddie Murphy Award, and I kept thinking, why is she even there? Kathleen Kennedy at Eddie Murphy's Award. But according to Google, she is no longer attached to it, so it should be a good film.
Yeah, it
It'd
should
be a
be.
real good film.
Yeah, the
I think so.
preview looked really cool, so I'm excited to see that.
And there's a lot of famous black people that, in it. I mean, Viola Davis is in it. Idris Elba is in it. He's just one hell of a sexy man.
He's
This is
on.
one of those projects that, like we were saying, we would have to go out and support. You know what I'm saying? Go
Yeah.
out and,
Oh no, we have to. That's one of the things. The independent comic book writers. So we have in August we do have the Atlanticon.
Yes.
So I do want to go just to see some artists and talk to some people, of course, maybe get them on the show, of course. But I love to support that aspect of the industry, because I've always said make your own characters. I've made my own characters. I'm redoing a book that I thought was good, and now I have to redo the whole thing because everything has changed. But supporting that, I would like to go out there and support that. I am going to be supporting was it Blood and Bones?
Yeah.
Children of Blood and Bones.
children, yeah,
I'm
children of
definitely
blood
going
and
to.
bone. Yep.
I'm definitely going to be doing that. Again, on the Cosmic Portal Blurred and Otaku page, there are things that we all put up there. There's that comic book creator. He's on there. I put his stuff on there, so you guys can go check that out. Of course, Miss Zoe with her Blurred Otaku stuff is going to be up on there. We're trying to put it on TikTok. So the video after the show will be uploaded to TikTok, so you guys can go view it there. The page is course, for blurred voices. But we're here to hear your thoughts. As long as you keep them within a peaceful and respective nature, you will be fine. You will be fine. Because if you don't, you won't. Just saying. And that's not the alcohol, that's just me being who I am. Unfortunately, I have no more tolerance for the ha ha he he. It straight is what it is. I'm here to help and I'm here to promote, but I will no longer dance and laugh shit off. It ain't gonna be like that kind of show no more. So, guys, enjoy it. Blood and Bone. If you are supporting any of these other mediums, Marvel, whatever else, go out, see your favorite character. I don't care if they're black, white, whatever, support them. Go out, buy your tickets. If you're a Superman fan, buy the DVD, buy his comic books. Do anything you can to keep your character going, because money is the only way they, in the boardroom, see your fandom. It's all about the dollar bill. So buy your T-shirts, buy your comics, buy your CDs. Well, nobody buys CDs anymore. Buy whatever you can. I'm with you, Mark. I'm with you. Buy whatever you can for your thing. If you're an anime lover, buy your anime. Get your Crunchyroll. Watch Zoe's list of anime to peep out. Watch them. That's the only way they pay attention to any of us. Whether you're black, white, whatever. Views and buying power is what keeps you relevant. The moment that slips, you will be gone. So, next week, in 2 weeks, next week will be Blurred Otaku. Miss Zoe is back. We're going to be discussing some great anime. In 2 weeks, we'll be back with, are we doing action or are we doing some action?
The action.
Yeah, the action.
Yeah,
We're going back to the action.
the action theme.
So, guys, stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for kicking it with us. I want to thank Miss Zoe for joining us. And, of course, the Paladin coming riding through at the last minute. Look at it. Look at it. Yeah, I saved
You
the
would look
day.
like you were
Look at
here
it.
for a minute there. What did I commission?
But, guys, we want
I'm
to thank
sorry.
you for hanging out with us and enjoying this little bit of time. We want to thank all of you for joining us. Please check out our page, The Cosmic Portal, Blurs and Blurred Otaku. Drop us a line. Say what you want to say there. Just be respectful. Thank you.